And we're going to be starting off with Erangel, and that is going to be very important right now. Well, to start things off for day number 2, we're heading in towards Erangel. As you can see, the match is on its way, and this is going to be match 7 for Group C. And who is going to be able to kick things off? Because yesterday we saw a lot of performances coming in from Erangel. To kick things off, we have one of the standout names, which is going to be Nadu Esports. And I like you brought up as well early on, the bottom 4 teams. Nadu had a great start, but somehow could not break past the top right in the zone. And if they get third party, it is going to be smelling for trouble. Meanwhile, on screen, we do see the teams from the north side going to be making their struggles in towards this bush. RIP Mizo going to be in a little bit of a awkward this situation. RIPM now going to be completely shut down as 120 XTZ is going to be able to find them and pick them apart. But if the circle forces them out, they are going to be in an awkward type spot.
I want the circle to force them out, man. Otherwise, they're just going to stand there for a long time. But there it is. Rush, if possible. Mizo finally getting wiped out by the side of 120. LOC on the other side. I think this is the team that is destined to win this game. And if they don't, everyone's just going to say that...
It's deadly. And the team in the center will automatically be the center of attraction. That's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's the open terrains. And raw officials will have a lot of bullets coming across their way. And to defend that will be super tough, considering they do not even have to
see how that fight turns out. But in the meanwhile, Tribe Herdsmen, today is not a great day for them. Getting eliminated at the hands of Genesis Esports, that was already down in players. Tribe Herdsmen, this is going to be quite an awkward exit for them from this game. But let's see, WSB, they turn around. They are trying to find an entry inside of the zone, but another team shows up to the red. It's going to be Rivals.
Knows he's going to be catching a lot of strays while he tries to make it inside of the safety lines. And that's what exactly happens.
Yeah, it was over. It was over the moment we saw him in the blue, the moment we saw him in that buggy, and the moment we saw that he was the last man alive.
Exactly. Without wasting any more time, let's just move on towards the rainforest. As the plane's going to hit the skies once again, starting all the way from Genesis right now, Cyrax towards the water lines, playing around the edges. Tribe Herdman as well is slowly and steadily marching in. LOC at the top, and Rush if possible. They already lose out, and a man is knocked out. He's begging for mercy and help, but Rush if possible. Do they have any intentions of getting the fallen man back up? Seems like a tough call. And you can already see the players just backing away. They do not want any sort of part with this fight. Flick YT will be confirmed too.
Well, at the same time, the gatekeeps are starting to be set up by every single team. Obviously, from the east side, we have LOC. Rush if possible, Mizo. They will lose too. They find some wiggle room down towards the east side. Fortunately for them, same can be said for Rush if possible, Mizo. Which now, they finally make their way in. They are going to get shot in as well. They are going to be in a bit of trouble. Rush if possible, Mizo.
Yeah, they've already managed to find the first. And now LOC, with just the 2 remaining men, they are left to pull off a Herculean task. Punisher right there, next to the man in the side. But Rush if possible, Mizo, and they've got just 2 players to try and defend this compound. Finally, a push comes to shove from the side of Grant, but he's also taking shots from the side of Raw officials, and an instant confirmation follows up as well. Daljeet, beautiful stuff, and within a flash, the entirety of Rush if possible, they collapse with just a little bit of that help from the side of Raw official. Things are possible, but Raw
on a run for his life. Last few shots connect, and Mudit is going to be dropped to the floor and shanked to his death.
Round 2. But this time, Nadu comes up on top. But while they're fighting
Rush
for
if
GT...
possible, another knock secured. And now with this second knock, if a finish conversion comes through, then Nadu Esports will have full freedom of committing into the fight. The finish comes through. The other 2 players are there. You can spot them on the radar to be occupied as well. But that is the reason they're not falling back towards the northern side. The only option they have is to run away towards Bhan, but that is going to be a risky one as well. Muffin, he closes in, spots out one man completely off guard, and that's the trade coming in as bad OP is going to be hitting the floor.
Yep, at the same time, Rush if possible.
Performances yesterday from the first Erangel and then the Miramar. Then the Sanhok gave them a little bit of reset the previous one. This time around, they start off with those 3 eliminations on the board. If they can get 4 to 5 eliminations and finish in the top 5, then it's gonna be all good in the hood. But same cannot be said for Rush if possible. Mizo, one more man hitting the floor. Dash. He cannot dash anymore. Glitch Reborn closing in on his position. He has utility, but not enough. It's the last nade that he's going to use. And Ralph OG, he spots him out. Shots connect. Dash out, dash to the lobby. It's just a matter of time. Has a DBS ready, but the distance favors the side of Glitch X Reborn. And there it is. The finish confirmed. And Rush if possible Mizo eliminated from the game.
Oh my goodness, Rush if possible Mizo. They were just completely cut off by every single team, and now Glitch X Reborn has made their noise. Karanadu
could be the opening that Big Brother Esports wanted, but Remorseless not slowing down, and this time they run into the arms of Rush if possible Mizo.
It's going to be a full-blown push from Remorseless. All the 4 players looking to push in tandem. Utilities, of course, tossed out before they want to make any sort of confirmed movements on the map. Even Big Brother Esports, the fight between Team LOLs and Big Brother Esports breaks out. And over here, they're just tossing in utilities back and forth constantly. Rush if possible, they're taking a bit of that damage, but knowing the fact that both of these teams do want to hold their own territory, it seems all good in the hood for now. None of them want to make any sort of push, but Johnny, keep your eyes on the elimination feed. Big Brother Esports, they pretty much wiped out the existence of Team LOLs.
Yeah. Karanadu Esports were the one to kick things off, and LOLs, the final nail in the coffin for them came through Big Brother Esports, but Remorseless holding on to the spot for so long have drawn the attention of Lifecraft from the distance as well. Shots fired into the smoke, which was lobbed out from Remorseless just to deny vision and isolate the fight into Rush if possible Mizo. By the way, look at the formation of Rush if possible Mizo. They have an off angle, finally put it to use. Grant finds the opener, but can they follow up with the other 3?
Important pick. That opener's going to open up a lot of possibilities, considering probably a revival's going to come through. And on that revival, if they find a perfect nade connect, that's going to seal the deal. Flick YT as well from the off angles, doing a lot of damage. And now Remorseless, they're getting knocked out slowly and steadily. One more man to go. That's going to be the last man trying to hold on to things, but it seems like even that last man will be denied soon, as he's taken down super low as well. And Remorseless, they have been systematically dismantled. Just one more man to go inside of that smoke. Grant, he spots out the player, and the UMP-45 will nail it down.
Oh, in the distance, they instantly follow up, looking to take out at least someone from the side of Lifecraft as well. But the distance was a little bit too much, but I think Rush knobbed it in the wrong spot. I understand he was trying to use his teammate to gather the information to be in the right position for that utility, but nade! A nade would have changed everything, man. All 3 players, all 3 points wrapped up in a...
pushed when they're at their lowest. And Rush if possible, they might just want to make that happen. But no, unfortunately, Flick YT gets knocked out thanks to WSB. Even WSB's playing this perfect. That defensive aura has been working out perfectly fine for them. The defensive gameplay, the proactive placement has been working out well. Glitch X Reborn now taking return shots against Rush if possible as the manage X out.
With the numbers intact, all 4 players still alive. Rush if possible surviving with 3 individuals, have a decent dip to work with, but Big Brothers have a line of fire for this one, and that is the collision that Rush if possible Mizo have to avoid, but this Reborn show up in the right nick of time, being the distraction that they need, and Rush if possible Mizo pay the favor back in a very unkind manner. A shutdown comes through, but Glitch Reborn, they're still focused on the side of Big Brothers, and the trade comes through for the side of Big Brother as well. But while all of this commotion is going on, WSB Necro, they've kept their head down, they've broken into the top 4, but frags, the finishes...
As Big Brother Esports, they're starting to chip out against a few more players. Rush if possible, one man's knocked out, and that's going to be in the name of Dash. But you've still got Grant and Muffin up and alive, and Muffin's going to go for the revival on the fallen player. Glitch X Reborn once again with the third party as they get another man knocked out for Rush if possible. Things just keep on getting worse, and now it's down to just Grant. What can one single man do? If Glitch X Reborn wants, they can make the bounce right now.
Oh no, Rush if possible Mizo, they sacrifice Muffin as the distraction for the side of Glitch X Reborn as the Grant goes for a revive onto his other teammate. But Glitch Reborn, they're still eyeing that position. Big Brother, they're down to basically one individual, the other two do not have enough HP to work with, so they gotta heal up first and then try and force a fight rush if possible back with two players. Somehow they're constantly surviving, constantly resetting, although moving forward it's gonna be difficult. WSB, all of this hard work, Necro, all of this survival is gonna amount to nothing if they get eliminated now.
True.
With just 4 eliminations on the board for themselves. That's just going to mean 8 points, and from where WSB are in the overall leaderboard, 8 points is not enough. They find one more frag, they find 2 knocks in fact, and now finally they're going to start to step things up. The nade was just absolutely beautiful, but look at the finish feed. One more team wiped out from the game. Rush if possible out of picture, and I think
sure that Tribe Herdman's not going to be a threat anymore. I do understand GT's got the man advantage, but still, that's a constant threat that's proven up. LOC spotting out the players of RIPN, shots are taken against the man, and that was a knock and a half. Muffin knocked out through the leaves of that tree, and now Rush if possible, Mizo trying to get something done, but it really does seem like getting anything done in this spot is going to be much more tougher. Since LOC, they've got better grounds to play with, and here comes even the pounce from the opponents, but a bit of that problem coming in from Hazard too. He oversteps the boundaries, and what's going on? Grant's getting so many opportunities to try and defend himself over and over again.
My goodness, they're trying their best to hold on, RRP Grant. Now, a little bit of trouble. Rush if possible. Mizo somehow holds on. They managed to equalize this, and now Alpha died. The fact that long range has some sort of pixels where you can actually peek through this. Meanwhile, from the northeast corner, Big Brothers, they find themselves a nice compound, but it is under attack. And that's going to be RAPM from the north side, looking to try and push this up this hill. But it is still very difficult to push up.
Yeah, Jimin Superboy left to defend it. Flick YT gets knocked out in the back. Things just keep on getting even rougher for the side of Rush if possible. An uphill battle that they're really choosing to take. Still the players up close and personal, something needs to be found right now. Dash is there, tossing in the util. It's not going to find anything. Big Brother Esports, they're constantly playing the tower defense perfectly.
It is such a difficult spot. Like, Jimmy is the reason why Rush if possible Mizo can't push up. And if they get the knock in, that means Rush if possible will have that opening to break through. But it seems like Big Brother, they are going to concede this and back up and regroup. It's just not worth it to take this fight right now. Meanwhile, this happening, WSB, they get eliminated by 120 XT. My goodness, this is tough. Genesis Esports, they actually committed to this fight. Karan is lost one member, but I think they can get the reset because Team Lowe's from the sides is also applying pressure. And Genesis says, you know what, do we commit or do we back up? Because right now, they're not in zone yet. And it seems like, as you can see, Apollo, he scouts out members from... And in this case, it feels like everybody is living up to the name of Rush if possible Mizo. Who did good and who didn't? Because as of now, up on screen, Big Brothers still reigning on top with 119 points, followed by SVA who push in towards the